You give me the win. Good afternoon from Collins Road at Melville Park, the home of Melville Rugby. A team that has brought so many legends to our game over the years. One that comes to mind is the great Arthur Stone. Arthur Stone, who scored that try when Waikato beat Auckland in 1980 to win the Ranfurly Shield, and what a watershed moment that was for Waikato Rugby. But today we're here to live stream the Melville versus Hamilton Old Boys women's fixture, a top of the table fixture. Two teams that have dominated our women's competition over the last 5 to 6 years. So I just want to spotlight a few players. We have a look at the Melville team. We look at number 1, Cheyenne Carpety, a young lady with a huge future, a young lady who debuted last year for our FPC team. We look on the other side with number 3, Rianne Aspinall, another young lady who propped last year for our FPC team, spent the off-season in Spain and is back to play for her mighty Melville side. And we look to number 8, Ash Gabby Sutherland. What a warhorse this young lady has been. She's played for Waikato for the last 10 years and today she captains Melville. We look to the backs. Number 9, Leela Eremia, a multi-talented young lady. A young lady who has also represented Waikato at touch and debuted last year for our FPC team. Look to the midfield of Riley Hayes and Nikita. Two young ladies who have also big futures in the game. Riley, who's been around for a very long time. She'll look to direct the Melville backline around, and Nikita will look to open up space for the likes of Shay Daly out wide. We look across to the Hamilton Old Boys Huskies, and what a team it is. You look no further to number 2, Vicky Rose Green, who debuted this year for the Chiefs Manawa. You look to the middle row of Liata, Puni Leo and Leomi Kloppers. And then you look to number 8, Kennedy Simon, Blackfern's captain. In the backs, look for number 13, Princess Elliott. She was part of the New Zealand Sevens outfit this year and she spent a couple of weeks with them. Very, very talented young lady, great ball skills and very, very quick over the first 10 metres. As the teams come onto the park, we can see Melville out there as Captain Ash Gabby Sutherland gathers her troops together. And here come the Hamilton Huskies, led by Leomi Kloppers. Leomi has played 33 games for Waikato and she's a very, very, very experienced young lady. Today's game is refereed by Lee Jeffries. And it isn't fantastic to see that the women's game is on the number 1 field here this afternoon at Melville Park. It's been already a busy, busy day here with some junior warm-up games had pre-game. And now we look to the main fixture of the day. Just want to point out as well, you'll notice that Hamilton Old Boys are playing in their away strip of the grey and red. Just as we're waiting for Lee Jeffrey to blow the whistle to get this one underway, number 15, Alia, a very, very, very talented young lady with a big future in the game. First year at a Hamilton Girls High School. She represented New Zealand Mary's under 18 this year at the World Schools. She comes from a football background and look for her kicking today. She kicks the ball outstandingly well. So just waiting to get this one up and underway. Beside me today for expert comments is Elnay Kloppers. Elnay, who is part of the Hamilton Huskies team, unfortunately injured at the moment and recovering from a shoulder operation. Elnay, who was a mainstay of the Waikato under-18 women's team back in 2018 and 19. So we get underway. getting involved early there was Blackfern Kennedy Simon with a foot to the ball. The ball comes back to number 10, Caden Mawaki. So Old Boys take the ball in just on the side of Melville's side of halfway. And straight away the ball just taken into contact there by Liata Puni Leo, and Lee Jeffries comes back. Mawiki, the number 10 for Melville. Her dad is the coach of Melville, TK Mawiki, very good rugby player in his own right, played for the Waikato Sevens team and also played for the East Coast as well, the Ngāti Porou. So first line out of the game, and we have Vicky Rose Green with the ball in hand as the Hamilton Huskies are midway 22 and halfway on the Melville side of the field. Ball comes in, well taken by Kloppers. Oh, not straight is a call. So we talked about a little bit of spotlight on Vicky Rose Green pre-game. A young lady out of Hamilton Girls High School, was a prop at school, has now transitioned into playing hooker. Debuted for the Chiefs this year. So Melville's to put into the scrum Leela Eremaya, who debuted last year for our Waikato FPC team, to put the ball in. Ball comes into the scrum. Oh, big scrum by Old Boys there. But Melville maintain the ball. And Riley Hayes takes it into the midfield. And it's been turned over. Tuffy with the ball. Rolling Duplessis looks to clean. Comes wide here to Anna Masters. Anna Masters is making the break. She's got numbers outside her onto Princess Elliott. And good cover tackle. Kalira Singh with ball in hand now. She takes the ball to ground. All Boys recycle the ball. And penalty to Melville. Coming in from the side, Lee Jeffrey says. So defensive penalty there for Melville. Also good to see number 6 today, Maddie Finch, back on the field for Melville. Maddie was part of the Waikato FPC squad last year before injury, so it's good to see her back. She'll make a real difference today and add some real punch to that back row, and joins the captain Ashley Gavry-Sutherland. Ball into touch. Melville ball. 5 metres from their own 10 metre line. So Melville's first opportunity to throw into the line out. Ball's come to the back, and there is that lady we just mentioned, Maddie Finch. Ball comes to the pod, just off the ruck. Ball onto Cheyenne Carpety. She takes the tackle. Looking at Melville, it's looking like they're playing around the corner game plan. Ball has been taken off to my Hamilton Old Boys, and as they make their way to the 22 metre mark, and Old Boys have got numbers here. That was Phoenix Todd on the far left hand side with a good step. Old Boys looking to recycle the ball again. They use their pod off the ruck. Onto Vicky Rose Green, a little bit isolated there, but Rolling Duplessis is right behind her now as they look to recycle the ball again. And the ball's back again into the midfield. Titiahu took that ball there. Goes Anna Masters. On to Liata Puni Leo, who's been strong early on. And Liata Puni Leo goes over to score 10 metres in from the right-hand touchline. And Old Boys are looking very strong earlier on. And looking at their game plan, they're looking to use their pods off the first 2 rucks and then looking to find an edge and look to try and exhaust the Melville defensive line, and that's what they did there. Try in the corner to Liata Puni Leo. So the young lady now with the kicking tee in hand, Alia. We talked a little bit about her. She's new to the game. She's in the second year of playing rugby union. She comes from a football background. But by jingoes, this young lady has a huge future in the game. Already represented the black jersey, playing for New Zealand Maori last year in the World Sevens up in Auckland. And that is an outstanding kick. Oh, just landing short though. So Hamilton Old Boys take the lead 5-0 as the sun comes through here at Melville Park. And isn't it magnificent to have club rugby back again here in the Waikato? Waikato Club Rugby is live and well. We have 10 Premiership teams, 10 Div 1 teams, 16 Colts teams, 12 Women's teams, 6 Div 2 teams and 11 President's team. People out there who say that club rugby is dying, I would definitely argue with that because it's live and well here in the Waikato. Caden Mawiki, very good kick into the middle parts of the field. Onto Rolene Duplessis. Ooh, a little bit of a high tackle there. No. Oh yeah, it was a high tackle. Rolene Duplessis, who's just joined Hamilton Old Boys this year. She's played previously for Melville and also for Otahonga. A young lady, as the rugby ball comes near the commentary box, a young lady who has normally played her rugby on the wing or in the midfield, but now she has transitioned into a number 7. So right on the halfway line. Vicky Rose Green, ball in hand to throw to the line out. So right in front of us here, as the ball comes in, taken by Leata Puni Leo, and what a start she has made to this game. As Old Boys take it to the midfield wide, to Princess Elliott onto Alia. Ball just goes behind her. The pass was a little bit high, but she's recovered it well. They take the ball into the tackle on the far left-hand side of the field. Old Boys recycle again. Leata Puni Leo. What a fantastic start this young lady has made to the game as she takes the tackle again. That's twice in the last 3 phases she's been involved. Old Boys look to shift the ball. Titiaho with ball in hand. A very experienced rugby union player. She's been around for a long time. She takes on the Melville defensive line and takes a tackle. Old Boys recycle again. On to Tuffy as the ace in the pod. Tuffy puts the ball out to Princess Elliott. Princess Elliott out and onto the wing there to Phoenix Todd. Phoenix Todd, that's a great run by the young lady. Oh, there's Leata Puni Leo again getting involved, but unfortunately this time she spills the ball forward. Melville recover and take the ball into the tackle as they look to recycle the ball. Back to Caden Mawiki. She looks to kick and put Melville onto Old Boys side of halfway. Here comes Alia Conia. Alia with a beautiful pass out to Kalira Singh. Kalira Singh, who was looked at for the last year for the Fijian 15s team. Onto Blackfern Kennedy Simon. She busts the first tackle. She takes a tackle onto Alia, and the ball is spilt forward. No, carry on, says referee. That's Naisha Hamilton with ball in hand, and she takes into the tackle. Kennedy Simon played halfback. Out to Titiaho, onto Vicky Rose Green, and Lee Jeffries says penalty there at the ruck. Very impressive back row today for Hamilton Old Boys when you look at Blackfern, Kennedy Simon at number 8, Rolene Duplessis at number 7, and Naisha Hamilton at number 6, another young lady who's played for her FPC team, and it's great to see her back playing in the back row for Hamilton Old Boys today. Right on the 22 metre mark, Vicky Rose Green to throw to the line out. It's been all Hamilton Old Boys in the first 10 minutes of this game. Well taken to Leomi Kloppers, but Lee Jeffries says not straight again. So the first out of the first 3 line outs, Vicky Rose having a little bit of trouble with the radar there, and 2 have been called not straight. So Melville get a reprieve here, right on the 22 metre mark. Leila Iremaya to put the ball into the scrum. Little bit of a light breeze here at Melville Park, but beautiful day for rugby union. A great autumn day here in the Waikato. Leela Eremaya feeds the scrum. They managed to recycle the ball out to Riley Hayes into the midfield. She takes the tackle. Kaden Mawiki pops back into the pocket. Oh, she's under pressure here, the young lady. She's had to take the tackle. Good work by Vicky Rose Green and Rolene Duplessis. Melville have still managed to recycle the ball. 5 metres out from their own goal line. They're looking to set for the clearing kick. Kaden Mawiki pops back into the pocket again. Eremira's ball in hand. Back to Kaden Mawiki, under pressure. She kicks. Kennedy Simon loses the ball backwards. Kalera Singh, and there could be numbers here out into the midfield. Anna Masters again spots a hole, and she goes in untouched. 5 metres to the left-hand side of the goalpost to score Hamilton Old Boys' second try, and they rush out to a 10-point lead in this one. Old Boys looking to play a fast tempo game. Picked up very early on their game plan. They're looking to play a 1-3-3-1 system. Looking to play a couple of forwards on the edge. Play around the corner. Then look to find an edge and look to exhaust the Melville defensive lines. Melville playing slightly different game. They'll look to use their pods and obviously look to use the kick as well and play a bit more direct. Alia Konia now converts. Very simple kicking style, but does the little things very, very well. Head down, chest over the ball, and has a very, very good follow through. So that is 12 points to 0. So we come back to the halfway line. 12 points to 0 here at this one at Melville Park, as the sun shines through here. Melville just looking to slow the game down. As I said earlier, we're looking at two completely different teams when it comes how they want to play the game today. Melville want to play the game a bit more direct and take the ball down the middle parts of the field and look to use the kick and turn Old Boys around, where Old Boys will look to play a fast tempo game and move the ball to the edges. Kaden Mawiki kicking off. Again, there's that young lady, Leata Puni Leo, who has been very, very busy in the first 15 minutes of this game. And good work over the ball there by Cheyenne Carpety. Very clever work there by the number one, identifying an opportunity. And Jacqueline over the ball very quickly to earn her Melville team a penalty. Mawiki kicks the ball into touch, and Melville have their first opportunity in the Hamilton Old Boys side of halfway in this game. Melville to throw to the line out for just a second time since kick-off. Ash Gabby Sutherland at the back of the line out there, the number 8. They'll be looking to get her involved in this game as much as possible and with ball in hand. Melville throw to the line out. And again at the front of the line out, I think that was Leata Puni Leo there, Elne. It was. Elne Kloppers nods her head. And what a great start to this game she has made, hasn't she, Elne?
Yeah, no, she has. She's a very strong ball carrier and she's got some footwork and speed too, so not bad.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And as I said earlier, it's great to have Elne Kloppers up here with me today. A young lady who is part of the Hamilton Huskies lineup, but she's injured, so she's going to hang out in the commentary box with myself. For those of you who haven't clicked on who you're listening to today, you're listening to David Foxy, who I certainly have a lot of passion for the women's game and been involved in coaching and managing for the women's game for the last 8 years. So the opportunity today to do this game, I put my hand up, and it's great to see that our women's teams have got the live stream fixture this afternoon. halfback Bailey Rangatara to put the ball into the scrum. That's a far better scrum by Melville. Out to Titiahu, to Anna Masters, to Princess Elliott, to Alia Conia, out the wing here to Kalera Singh. Kalera, she's a very good winger. She's got speed. Melville attack that ruck with Nikita. On to Kennedy Simon, strong run, tackled by her old mate, Waikato friend, Ash Gabby Sutherland there again. You look at the Old Boys game plan, they're looking to find an edge. On to Anna Masters, another young lady who's had a strong start to the game. She's just brushing away tackles and showing a good clean set of heels, and she will score her second try of the afternoon as she goes under the posts to take Hamilton Old Boys out to a 17-0 lead. And again, Elnay Cloppers, it's looking like Old Boys are looking to stretch the Melville defensive setup.
Yeah, we are. We're not the biggest team in the game, so we have some speed in our team, so we'll be using that a bit.
Yeah, it's a great start. And as you can see already, a few tired legs there as the Melville team make their way back under the posts. Alia Conia now to look to convert to take Hamilton Old Boys out to a 19 points lead. 16 minutes gone in this game, and what a fantastic start by Hamilton Old Boys today, playing in the away strip of the grey and maroon. So number 15, Alia Conia, she looks now to line up this kick to put her team out to 19 points to 0 as we approach the 17th minute mark, and she does so. And you can really see that Hamilton Old Boys are up for this game. They're straight back into position. They know their roles very, very well. They're all set up, ready for the kick-off. And they look very, very, very motivated in this one to put on a good performance. Kaden Mawiki bringing the ball back to the halfway mark. A young lady out of Hamilton Girls High School with a big future in the game of rugby union. She looks to kick the ball off here. That's a very good kick, and again taken by that young lady Liata Puni Leo. She breaks the first tackle, taken in the tackle by Rihanna Aspinall. They recycle the ball quickly onto Rolene Duplessis. They keep the ball moving the same way. On to Titiahu. She's looking to take the tackle. Good tackle there by Niu Malu, the fullback. Again, as you can see, as we talked about earlier, they look to find an edge and they then take the ball back the other way. And again, they're moving the ball across to the far side of the field. On to Alia. Alia steps through the first tackle. I think that's Kennedy Simon out wide. Kennedy Simon takes the tackle. And a penalty. Some very good work at the breakdown there, and I think involved there with the blonde hair there is Ash Gabby Sutherland, an absolutely pure champion of a young lady. She's been in and around the provincial scene now for 10 years. This young lady, she is tough, uncompromising on the field, but a magnificent ambassador for our game off the field. Melville again have an opportunity here, midway 22 and halfway, on the Old Boys side of halfway, as they look to throw into the line out. Oh, it's coming to the back. Over Ash Gabby Sutherland's here. Here comes Vicky Rose Green with a strong run, taking the Old Boys up to their own 10 metre mark. On to Tuffy. Tuffy with a strong carry. Great tackle there by Ash Gabby Sutherland. Magnificent work by the captain. She makes the tackle. She recovers the ball for her team. And they earn the penalty. Elnay Cloppers, isn't it great to see somebody of the calibre of Ash Gabby Sutherland out there today? She's made a magnificent start for her team, hasn't she?
Yeah, no, she has. She usually does, but we have to do a bit better to control players like that, I think.
And here's another opportunity. Old Boys up offside. Rihanna Aspinall looks to take the quick tap, and she is going to do so as she takes the Hamilton Old Boys defensive line on. That's a fantastic run by Rihanna Aspinall, the Waikato FPC prop, onto her fellow prop, Cheyenne Carpety, and was that a try? I think it could be knocked on. Oh, great cover defence by Hamilton Old Boys. The two props, Rihanna Aspinall tackled just short of the line, and then on to her fellow front rower, Cheyenne Carpety, and she's tackled and lost the ball just over the goal line there. So Melville with only their second opportunity in the Hamilton Old Boys territory, and they nearly take the points. They'll be looking for a very, very good scrum here. And they'll be wanting to put pressure on the Hamilton Old Boys scrum, as this is just 5 metres out from the line. Bailey Rangatara to put the ball into the scrum. Ball comes out a bit messy, and I think that could be taken back. Yes, it's been taken back, so it's a goal line dropout, and all of a sudden there's a little bit of energy in the Melville side. Alia Connier with the ball in hand. That's a very good kick. As we talked about, her kicking skills is outstanding, coming from a football background. Number 11 is Shay Daly, who has also represented the New Zealand Mary under-18s last year at the World Schools, and that was a strong run by young Shay. Ball comes out now for Hamilton Old Boys to Rolene Duplessis. She takes the tackle on her own side's 22. Ball comes out to Bailey Rangatara. It's a bit messy. Leo Kloppers takes the tackle. A strong defence there by Ash Gabby Sutherland. Ball comes back to Alia. Alia kicks the ball to the far side of the field. Brianna there with the ball in hand. It's a strong run by young Brianna. The ball's coming back now. They're recycling the ball well here, Melville. This is their first opportunity to put some real pressure again on the Hamilton Old Boys defensive line. But unfortunately, great work that time. And it looks like there might have been some hands in the ruck there, Elne Kloppers. Fast start to this game, Elne?
Yeah, very fast. Can't keep up, to be fair. I don't know how you're doing it.
Yeah, well, I would imagine so by the end of this. My voice will be very hoarse. So the ball is kicked into touch there by Alia. We're on the Hamilton Old Boys side of halfway in the 10-metre mark. Vicky Rose Green to throw the ball into the line-out. Hamilton Old Boys lead this one 19 points to 0. We're in the 22nd minute of the game. Well, there's a little very, very messy there by Hamilton Old Boys, but Lee Jeffries has decided they will get to repeat that line out. Looks like the target is Captain Leo Kloppers, with lifters Liata Puni Leo and Blackfern's Captain Kennedy Simon. And again, Leo is the target. They moved out to Rolene Duplessis onto Tuffy. Tuffy takes the ball to the middle parts of the field, and penalty there. And again, hanging on to the ball that time, but again, who was that over the ball? It was Ash Gabby Sutherland. She's made a strong start to this game, has the Melville captain. Just an outstanding player and an outstanding ambassador for our game, as we talked about earlier. Caden Mookie with the old-fashioned spiral, and she takes the ball down to just outside the Hamilton Old Boys 22, and Melville will have the throw to the line out. 24 minutes gone in this one. Hamilton Old Boys have the lead 19-0 through 3 tries and 2 conversions to their outstanding fullback Alia. Ball comes in, another messy line out. Ash Gabby Sutherland recovers the ball at the back. Melville look to recover the ball. Rihanna Aspinall again with a strong carry, rolling Duplessis over the ball, but she's been taken out of that ruck. That is a strong run there by one of the Melville's forwards. They recover the ball. They go back the other way through Cheyenne Carpety. The The ball has been lost forward there. It's a strong tackle there. Who was that there? Elnay Kloppers, was that Rolling Dupe? No, it was Vicky Rose Green. Was a strong tackle there on her former teammate Cheyenne Carpety there. These two used to play together at Hamilton Girls High School, and also for teammates in the Waikato Under-18s a couple of years ago. Good friends they are, and Vicky Rose Green won the bragging rights in that one. As I said earlier, we are here at Melville Park today on Collins Road. And as you can see, there's a good crowd gathering. We've got the Hatapu versus Melville Boys B game being played on the number 2 field. And to follow this game will be Hatapu versus Melville Prems. Ball comes wide to Tiahu. Tiahu, strong runner for a first 5'8". Played a lot at halfback as well. And brings the ball to sideline. And here comes Princess Elliott on to Kalera Singh. Great work by these two on the flanks. Oh, very good tackle by Shay Daly there. Front on tackle, taking her up the top there and slowing the ball down. Ball away to Kennedy Simon as they look to again play that ball around the corner and keep the ball going the same way as it comes wide. And there's that name Tiahu again, who's had a strong start to the game, the number 10. Kicks the ball in behind the Melville defensive line. Number 19 for Melville kicks the ball straight down to Princess Elliott. Now that is dangerous. The New Zealand 7 squad member early in the year brings the ball over to the right hand side. Now a little kick for Kalera Singh. Kalera Singh steps, Shay Daly, and she will score. That is magnificent footwork by the young Fijian winger, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see this young lady wearing a white jersey in the not so distant future and representing her country of birth. And that is a try for Kalera Singh out wide there to take Hamilton Old Boys to a 24 points to 0 lead after 26 minutes. I'm waiting for you to go on. One player it's fantastic to see back playing rugby union is Aro's Tauranga, just in front of me there, a former under-18 representative at New Zealand level and went to the Youth Olympics in 2018. I had the privilege of coaching her in Japan a few years back. She is now a mum and she's got 2 little ones, and she's back playing rugby after birth to her second little one, and it's fantastic to see her back in the game. A young lady who has also represented New Zealand at touch rugby level as well, and Melville will be looking to inject her into the game at some point later on this afternoon. Alia, as I said, this impressive young lady when it comes to her kicking ability, and here she goes again, a very simple routine, but this time a goal kicking is very much like a golf shot. So there she missed the ball to the right. What normally happens there, that if you come up too early, you slice the ball to the right, and that time she came up too early, had a wee look and sliced the ball to the right. What they want to do as a goal kicker is they want to keep their head down, have their chest over the ball so they're not leaning back, and follow through in. So that's a little goal kicking lesson for our listeners this afternoon. Riley Hayes enters the field again. Melville stalwart, outstanding footballer Riley. Number 12 today, has played in the forwards for her beloved Melville team in the past, and where she has played hooker. Kaden Moiki kicks that off. Ball this time, a little bit confusing, but I think that looks like Naisha Hamilton with ball in hand. And she has also made a strong start to this game. 28 minutes gone in this one, folks, and we're looking at 24 points to 0 to Hamilton Old Boys Huskies as Kennedy Simon takes the ball into the tackle. Bailey Rangatara recycles it to the impressive Leomi Kloppers. She takes the ball into the middle parts of the paddock. It's recycled again. Backdoor ball to Princess Elliott. On to Kalera Singh again. And this young lady is showing the full bag of tricks here this afternoon. A beautiful little chip kick. She retains the ball. And number 9 for Melville, Leila Eramir, just ankle taps her there. Old Boys keep the ball going the same way. And how impressive are some of these forwards? On again to Anna Masters. What a start this young lady has made. Strong with ball in hand. Oh, good cover tackling. I think that could be the centre for Melville, Nikita. That was a very, very good recovering tackle. So Melville, bit of a reprieve here. Ball in hand. Again, looking to the kick of Caden Morkey. Kicks the ball back to the old boys number 15 Alia. On to the number 8 Kennedy Simon. The ball comes out here to number 13 Princess Elliott. She looks to, oh, it's a beautiful run. Oh, that's a great tackle by Rihanna Aspinall. What an effort by the number 3 from Melville, getting across there, and she's back in now making another tackle. What a gutsy effort by this young lady. 2 tackles in the last 2 Hamilton Old Boys phases. And they win the penalty through Riley Hayes. Riley Hayes takes the Old Boys defensive line on to Nikita. Good little bit of footwork. Oh, isolated there. Oh, Rolling Duplessis had a little nibble, but I don't think she let the tackler go. Aune Kloppers, this game's starting to get very willing, isn't it, Aune?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of intent out there. Not too much execution on our part on some little 1%ers, but we'll get there.
Just want to put a little bit of spotlight on Rihanna Aspinall, an absolutely outstanding young lady off the field, a young lady who's got just a huge future in the game of rugby union. She spent the off season, so she spent our summer over in Spain playing professionally, and that experience she's brought back to New Zealand, and she's made a great start. 2 covering tackles there for her team. Melville put the ball in. It's a bit messy. Kennedy Simon at the back. Nice offload to Captain Leomi Kloppers, who just never stops. She's like an Energizer battery, this one. On to Liana Pony Leo, who to me has been the most outstanding player on this field for the first 30 minutes of this one. Again, Old Boys are looking to find an edge. Out to Anna Masters again. And what a start this young lady has made. She's lost the ball on. Here's an opportunity here. Niu Malu at the back there for Melville. On to Nikita, the Melville centre. Leila Eremaya recycles the ball. The Melville number 4 takes the ball into the middle parts of the field. I think Vicky Rose Green was coming from the side there though, Aune. And she has been penalised for that. Here's another opportunity for Melville here. They tap onto Cheyenne Carpety. Takes on Rolling Duplessis. Ball comes in the ground. They keep it going the same way. Leila Eremaya onto Kaida Muaki. Long cut-out pass. Unfortunately misses both Riley Hayes and Shay Daly and goes into touch. But Old Boys were up offside, and it's another Melville penalty. But they're not going to kick the touch. They're going to tap and go. And onto that impressive young lady we just put some spotlight on before. And that's great run there by Rihanna Aspinall. The ball is taken to the middle parts of the field. It's knocked on. Recovered by Vicky Rose Green. Bailey Rangatara over the ball. On to Liata Puni Leo. She takes a tackle. Ash Gabby Sutherland gets in to disrupt the ball. Ball comes back to the right hand side through number 9 Bailey Rangatara. Now on to number 6 there, Naisha Hamilton. Good recycling here by Hamilton Old Boys. Young Tafiel takes the ball into the tackle. Good tackle again by Rihanna Aspinall. Vicky Rose Green onto Titiaho. Long cut-out pass out to the very impressive Kennedy Simon. Kennedy, look at the strong run by the Black Ferns captain. She's looking to take on Niu Malu. What a tackle by the Melville fullback. What a great covering tackle. Old Boys have numbers though. Rolling Duplessis. Back to Vicky Rose Green, who is a handful with the ball in hand. Oh, no halfback here. Bailey Rangatara getting to the ball now, but Captain Leomi Kloppers takes the ball off the ruck. Melville try to gather their defences 3 metres out. Here we go again. Liata Puni Leo looking for her second try. She would only be 2 metres out. They keep recycling the ball. Long cut out pass to, and here is the young winger. Phoenix Todd scores. Aune, a little bit about Phoenix. What's her background?
She is from up north a little bit. She moved down here for uni, and yeah, she's been a part of our team since last year's end of year 7s comp, and yeah, she's making a really big impact. She's a pretty positive influence and person in our team so far.
Yeah, very busy winger. I've noticed early on here in the first 34 minutes of this game, she likes to get a ball in hand. She goes looking for work, and obviously she got very, very good footwork as well. So try there for Phoenix, tight out wide. We're just approaching the 35-minute mark. Hamilton Old Boys stretch their lead. And this game has been played at a real fast pace. And you look underneath the goalpost there, and Melville, there's some tired individuals there, and they'll be looking forward to half-time. Old Boys playing that high tempo game, looking to stretch the Melville defensive line and looking to find an edge. And if you look during the game, I think probably every time, bar once, they've gone to the pod, they've gone to the back door, and they've looked to move that ball to the edge. 29 points to 0 here in this one. Hamilton Old Boys lead Melville as we approach the 36-minute mark of the first half. Melville, it's just as Melville bring this ball back to halfway line, and we see a lone figure there of Maddie Finch, the number 6. Daughter of Darcy and Rachel Finch, a great Te Awamutu family. They own the Finch contracting business just north of TA there. Darcy, the father, was a very good rugby player himself. He went to Otago University and played age group rugby down there in Dunedin, and also played a lot of games for the Prongia senior team. Kicked off by Kaden Mwiki for Melville, taken again by the ever impressive Black Ferns captain Kennedy Simon. But here goes that young lady again, Liata Puni Leo. Good footwork there by Rolene Duplessis. 2 very good steps and running again. Ball's come loose. Oh, Princess Elliott now with ball in hand. What great vision this young lady has. Kalera Singh again, the Fijian winger, takes the ball into the tackle. They look to recycle it quickly, and they're not going to muck around here. They're looking to use a pod for one of the rare times. There goes Tuffy taking the tackle. Comes back to halfback Bailey Rangatara, on to Tiaho, on to that ever impressive number 4 Liatapuni Leo. The ball goes to the far side. There goes young Phoenix, tied again. And how impressive has this young lady been today? Great covering tackle by the number 15 Niu Malu for Melville. Old Boys recycle again. Liatapuni Leo for I don't know the how many times today with another carry. How good has she been today? The ball comes out wide to Rolene Duplessis, who takes the ball into the tackle. Good work there by Riley Hayes over the ball, but they managed to recycle it. Tiaho sees a hole, and great vision by Tiaho. Elne having T around the team, her influence, and a player who has so much experience must be very, very good for the Huskies team.
Yeah, it is. She's been around for a while now. She doesn't look like she has been. She looks very fresh. It's just really good to have someone like that with her experience and just her knowledge in the team.
Just want to also spotlight too, Elne, the very impressive back row today for Old Boys. Obviously, when you play a high-tempo game like the way they are, they're looking to find an edge. The number 8, Kennedy Simon, the number 7, Rolene Duplessis, and the number 6, Naisha Hamilton, they're working very hard for their team, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They have to do a bit of work around the park, but they're executing it pretty well, and their ball handling out those ways with the back 3, and that's not bad, so can't complain.
Yeah, and there's been some outstanding skills today too. If you look at the passing execution, and obviously me being a more experienced person in years, and you look back to our days where the forwards, their job was to hit rucks, but you look at the modern day rugby union forward, and the skill level is just so high, isn't it, Elne?
Yeah, it is. It's good. Even front rows these days, some of them have the best hands on the field, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'd just like to just touch on that, because if you look at the way they play the pod system in the modern day game, and the forwards have to have a good skill set, don't they, Elne? They have to look to pass at the back of that pod and set their backs on fire. So we're in the last minute of the first half. It's 36 points to nil. Melville trail Hamilton Old Boys as Riley Hayes kicks off this time. Out to Rolene Duplessis, who's been impressive early on, especially with her footwork, and she takes the ball into the tackle. Again, the ever impressive Leomi Kloppers is there to seal the ball. They come out wide again, or good defence this time. And here goes Nikita here. She's good on her feet. She takes the ball over the Hamilton Old Boys 22 and into the tackle. Leela Eremaya looks to bring the ball back to the side of the field. Oh, that is a very good tackle by number 2, Vicky Rose Green. She's been punishing on defence today. Leela Eremaya on the fullback near Malu. There's a bit of, there was an overlap there. The ball's come loose there by Shay Daly, and it's a double knock on as Kalira Singh. I think she looked up there into open territory. And that is half time in this one, as experienced referee of Lee Jeffries blows the whistle for half time. That's 40 minutes gone, and Hamilton Old Boys are leading 36 points to nil this one. And this is David Fox and Elnay Kloppers here at Melville Park. Well, welcome back here to Melville Park for the second half of this one. Hamilton Old Boys Huskies leading by 36 points to 0 with a very impressive first half. Just looking across to the Hamilton Old Boys team here, and I can see the number 22 there. The pocket rocket, as I call her, Violet Harpy Wise. Debuted this year for the Chiefs Manawa. Outstanding rugby union player, very, very good sevens player, and it's great to see her back out here in Waikato Club Rugby. Riley Hayes with the ball in hand for Melville, and she's going to get this one back underway as she kicks off. A very, very good kick off there, just over the 10 metre mark. Taken by Tuffy there, but that was a bit of a front-on tackle there by Matty Finch, and there might have been a clash of heads there, I think, LNA Cloppers. And I think both teams, this game has been played in very, very good spirit, with both young ladies there embracing after the clash of heads. I think it could be a penalty though, even though I don't think there was any intent in that one. Definitely was a high tackle. Lee Jeffries having a wee chat here to Tuffy. Tuffy, a young lady who has been in our Waikato FPC team for the last 2 seasons, can also play in the hooker role just as well as a tight head prop. Alia with the ball in hand now, that ever impressive young fullback, and look at that for a great touch fighter. No, she doesn't make it. Shay Daly looking to open this one up. Marlowe moving the ball here to Caden Morwicki. Out the wide to Nikita. Recovered the ball there. Leila Eremia now, the halfback, looking over the ball. Out to Ash Gabley Sutherland, and we know what she's going to do. She's going to get her team over the advantage line again. They keep the ball moving the same way. It comes out to Rihanna Aspinall. Rihanna looks to feed the ball to Maddie Finch. Good recovery by Maddie Finch, and a great run by this young lady from Te Aomuru. Melville recycle it again. It comes back to the pod on the right hand side, the closer to the commentary box side. Leila Eremia over the ball. Who's that in there? That's that ever impressive Vicky Rose Green. Violet Harpy over the ball. The ball comes out to number 7, Rolene Duplessis. Another strong lady by the young South African. The ball comes out to Violet Harpy Wise. On to Liata Puni Leo. And how good has she been this afternoon? They look to come wide. Nikita with the intercept. Titiaho is chasing her. Has she got the speed? Here comes Alia coming across. But Nikita has the speed. What a try. The intercept ball. And just when Hamilton Old Boys had the overlap and the ball came to the commentary box side, and Nikita, this ever impressive centre, took the ball. She only had eyes for the goal line. And what a fantastic try for Melville to be the first point scorers on this side of the second half. Bit of a shock there for Hamilton Old Boys, Nate. All of a sudden, Melville first point scorers in the side of the halfway mark.
Yeah, no, that was a really, really good read there from Nikita. I think it's coming off the back of our backs maybe being a bit flat, not having very good depth, but that's all right. That was a really good read from her. So yeah.
Yeah, very good comments there by expert comments, LNA Coppers here this afternoon. But yes, it's I think the Old Boys look to find that edge probably a little bit too quick there, I felt, LNA. Looking for the cutout pass there by Titiaho, and Nikita read that beautifully. Very, very good footballer, Nikita. Strong defensive centre. As you can see there, she's got a good set of heels, and she's very good on her feet as well. And here goes Caden Morwicki now. And that is a very, very good kick. But just didn't quite have the legs and just fell short. But another young lady with a very good kicking style. Had her chest over the ball. Her arm kept her shoulder locked in there, and it just didn't quite have the legs, but it was definitely on target. Score here, 44 minutes gone in this one. Hamilton Old Boys leading 36 points to 5 here at Collins Road at Melville Rugby Park. Earlier the kick off for Hamilton Old Boys. And that's a beautiful kick, and again Vicky Rose Green, who has been a nuisance all day for the Melville Fords. On to Liata Puni Leo. And Aone Kloppers, I have to admit, this young lady so far has been my player of the match. She's just been outstanding. Now they look to go to the back door to Princess Elliott. Nikita again, as I talked about earlier. Her defensive reads are outstanding. And they look to take the quick one with Riley Hayes. Nero Marlowe out wide, the fullback. She has had a strong game as well. Shay Daly goes in there to the tackle and cleans the ball. Captain Ash Gabberley Sutherland takes the next hit up, but the ball has been lost forward, and it's been recovered by the ever-present Leo Kloppers. Ball comes out here for Hamilton Old Boys to Tuffy. Halfback Violet Harpy Wise over the ball. She has a little dab. She runs into both props, but she's still going. Here goes Violet Harpy Wise. What a great run by the pocket rocket. She is tackled on the halfway mark. Out to Vicky Rose Green. Another strong carry by this impressive athlete. Tackled by Ash Gavin Sutherland. Vicky Rose Green, smart play. Back to her feet, recovering the ball. Old Boys again. They'll look to just keep it going the same way as they have all afternoon. Naisha Hamilton takes the ball into tackle. Violet Harpy Wise looking over the ball. This one of the rare times they look to take the ball back the other way. Rolling Duplessis, who also has been strong with the ball in hand, a lot of strong carries. Violet Harpy Wise, the halfback, looking over the ball. Out to Tiaho. She looks to take the ball to the line to Anna Masters, who has been quiet for a little while here, but that's a great run. Again, what a tackle by Neo Malu. Masters back to her feet, though. They must be getting very close to the far right-hand corner. Rolling Duplessis. Ooh, maybe a little bit of white line fever there by young Rolling Duplessis, having a little nibble at the line herself. Back here to Vicky Rose Green. Melville again there, just keep on trying though on defence. They keep on putting for their team. They're certainly not giving up. Leomi Kloppers with ball in hand. The impressive captain. Violet Harpy Wise out to Alia. Alia has a look. Long pass. Beautifully taken by Kennedy Simon. Back into Naisha Hamilton. And the number 6 goes over. Again, what an impressive try from Old Boys, and we've talked about it all afternoon though. They're looking to take the ball to the edge earlier on in the phases, and Naisha Hamilton scores there. Naisha, a teenage protege coming out of Hamilton Girls High School, played for Waikato women's teams at all age groups. She was part of the Waikato Women's FPC when she was just 18 years of age. She's had tours to Japan, sevens a couple of times, where she's played for the first ever New Zealand Women's Harlequins team, and this afternoon she has been part of a very, very impressive back row with her at 6, Rolling Duplessis at 7, and Blackfern's captain Kennedy Simon at number 8. And I tell you, Kennedy Simon is certainly not here just to make the numbers up this afternoon. She has really put her body on the line for her Hamilton Huskies team. So it's 41 points to 5. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Alia looking over this kick here on the far right hand side, the commentary box side. Better that time, just the way she got her chest over the ball and kept her head down, but didn't quite have the legs. And the ball's just fallen short. So we look out into the field and we see number 20, Aharangi Adors Tauranga, a talented young lady at age group level, represented our proud country at the Youth Olympics in 2018 and won a gold medal. And also she has played for Bay of Plenty 3 years ago, so it's great to see her back here in the Waikato. And she is looks like she has replaced the evergreen and the experienced Riley Hayes. Kicks off, Rolling Duplessis with a strong run. Violet Harpy-Wise out to captain. And Captain Leomi Kloppers, she only knows one way. Right beside her is the ever-present Vicky Rose Green again. Takes the tackle and recycles again. What a clever rugby player the Vicky Rose Green is. Out to Kennedy Simon. The back door to the ever-present Liata Puni Leo. Off your feet, I think, there. A bit of a smile on her face there, Elne Kloppers. I'm not quite sure she agrees with that one. Melville get the defensive penalty. Caden Mawiki with a kick. That is a very, very good kick over the commentary trailer. As Melville just look to slow this one down as they walk to the line out. Line out is right in front of the commentary box here. One player we haven't mentioned a lot this afternoon, but Bailey Maniapoto. I've been very impressed by this young prop. A young lady I don't know a lot about, Elne. Can you fill me in a little bit about her background?
Yeah, she played for Old Boys back in 2017, I think it was. And then she had 2 babies, and she's come back, just this year, and she's transitioned into a front rower. She used to be a blindside flanker, and she's, taken every opportunity she can. She's going real well.
Yeah, really impressive today, and I've looked at that front row, the Hamilton Old Boys front row, very, very mobile, and obviously the game plan with Coach Ruben Samuels, the former Blackfern coach and the former Brazil Sevens coach. He's very, very astute man when it comes to the whistle in hand, and he's done a very, very good job with this Hamilton Old Boys Women's Huskies team. The ball's come wide there. Kalira Singh, she's quick, this young lady. Oh, that's a fantastic tackle there by number 9 for Melville, Leila Eremaya. A young lady who I've got so much time for. Just a fantastic human being she is. Very, very hospitable, a top young lady off the field. She's always got time to come up and see you. And on the rugby field, she's uncompromising, she's busy, and she's got a big future in the game, the number 9. "52 minutes gone in this one here at Collins Road at Rugby Park here in Melville. It is 41 points to 5 as we look around the ground here with the Melville pop-up tents, the coffee cart, the game on the number 2 field between Hatepu and Melville Bees, and isn't it just fantastic to see club rugby live and well? Melville coach, one of the Melville coaches, Hokkaido Forbes, former Waikato and Hawke's Bay front rower, been living and playing in France for the last 10 years. Just walked past the commentary box there. He's one of the Melville Premier men's coaches now, and it's great to see him back. Ball hasn't found touch, taken by the pocket rocket. Violet Harpy-Wise moved into the midfield by to Alia, on to Titiaho, on to Princess Elliott. Look the way she carries that ball in 2 hands. Beautiful run there by Princess Elliott. Another try. A little bit of spotlight on this young lady. She has played a lot of rugby in Auckland. She has played for the Auckland FPC team. 2 seasons ago she represented the Auckland Blues setup, and now she finds herself down here in the Waikato. And as I said early on in the year, herself and little Reese Anderson, another Huskies player who is currently playing sevens over in Japan, spent a week with the Hamiltons, with the New Zealand Sevens, set up, and this afternoon she's showing all his skill, isn't she, Elne Kloppers?
Yep, she is. She's going real well. She's quite at home as a winger, but I think for the last couple of seasons she's really shown up in the centres as well, so it's not bad.
Yeah, she goes very, very well. And one thing what I like about her, for our listeners here, was the way she carried the ball in 2 hands, Elne. And she was keeping the Melville defensive line guessing, and all of a sudden she just put the afterburners on, and away she went to score an outstanding try. 14 minutes gone in the second half. Hamilton Old Boys lead this one 46 points to 5. As the breeze picks up, it's cooling down here on this beautiful autumn afternoon. As Aharangi, Udwalls as I call her, brings the ball back to the halfway mark to take the kickoff. Oh, unfortunately this one chose to kick against the grain there after the last kickoff. She kicked to the far left hand side of the field and was a very good kickoff. This one she has sliced the ball. The drop kick is very similar to the punt. She just lifted her head there, and then unfortunately that enabled her to slice the ball, and the ball doesn't go the 10 metres. Just want to put in a massive thank you to one of the Waikato Rugby Union staff here this afternoon, and that is Joel Scalander, a man who just loves his rugby. He spends his Saturday every week. He's got one of the most outstanding, understanding good partners in his partner Tony, and he's out here every week with the camera in hand and helping us bring the games to you throughout not just New Zealand, but I know there's a lot of followers who hop on our social media. We have 92,000 people following our social media here in the Waikato. Oh, that's a great run out wide there by Hamilton Old Boys. So a massive thank you to Joel Scalander. The ball comes here out to Captain Leonie Kloppers. She takes a tackle. Oh, that's great. That's great halfback work there by Violet Harpy-Wise. I think, Elnay, the more Violet gets time on the field, I believe that young lady is going to have a big future in our game of rugby union. I wouldn't be surprised one day that she wears a black jersey. As I said earlier, outstanding sevens player. She's played professionally in Japan. I think she's represented our country also at sevens as well. I mean, at touch as well. Violet Harpy-Wise, ball over the ball. Oh. The number 5 there for Melville. That's impressive work out to Ash Gabby Sutherland. Ash only knows one way. She's not going to pass the ball. Ball comes back this way to Cheyenne Carpety. She goes, get out of my way, out of my road. Pocket Violet Harpy-Wise. Out to Udwalls here. All charged down. She did have numbers. Anna Masters ties it ahead. Anna Masters with ball in hand. Anna Masters is taken to the ground by Udwalls Tauranga. The ball comes out here to T Tuiaho. That's a great step by the experienced 10. The ball over the top here. Out to number 21. So they've slowed it right down here. Taken to the line again, I think there by the captain, Leonie Kloppers. Violet Harpy-Wise over the ball. Look at that impressive pass. Oh, Tiaho, I think she just had a wee look there. I think a little bit of white line fever. I think there, Elnay Kloppers, I think she had a little bit of a look and thought, oh, I'm going to take that defensive line on. Also up in the commentary box today with camera in hand, we have Ashley Devine. Ashley, an impressive young footballer herself. She left school this year for Hamilton Girls High School. She played for Hamilton Girls High School Sevens at the Condors last year and was very impressive. Powerful winger with ball in hand. Injured at the moment in a moon boot, but we look forward to seeing her back on the field for the Huskies hopefully later on in the year. The game is slowed down just for a minute here as we can hear the cheers from the number 2 field, and that can only mean one thing. The Melville Senior Bees, I think, have just scored a length of the field try, and the Melville faithful are certainly making themselves known here this afternoon. Back here to the number 1 ground, the Gallagher's Women's Premiership game between Hamilton Old Boys and Melville. 19 minutes gone in the second half. Hamilton Old Boys lead this one by 46 points to 5. As number 9, Leila Iramurai looks to put the ball into the scrum. 19 minutes to go. Melville just looking to slow this one down as they get their breath back. Hamilton Old Boys, as I've talked earlier, and not a massive forward pack, but a very mobile one. Very well-drilled team, coached by Ruben Samuel and Dean Hurini. Dean Hurini, ex-Hartapu prop, played for Waikato Bees over a long period of time and spent the last 25 years in Hong Kong running Hong Kong rugby. It's great to see him back in New Zealand and giving his expertise to this Hamilton Old Boys Huskies team. Melville look to recycle this ball out to Nikita, and she has been very impressive today. She has been one of Melville's best alongside captain Ash Gabby Sutherland and number 6 Maddie Finch. Back to Aro's Tauranga. She looks to kick the ball into touch as Hamilton Old Boys are looking to make some replacements here. I can see Daisy French coming on in this one. Now I just want to put a little bit of spotlight on this young lady. So Daisy is English. Daisy used to play for Exeter in the English Women's Premiership. Now Exeter made the final just last season. I think they lost in the English Women's Premiership in the final last year. But Daisy French, she has a big future in our game, and I'm hoping that she'll be hanging around in the Waikato for a little bit longer. It's a great first throw by her. The ball's taken to the middle parts of the field. Another strong run by that ever impressive number 6 Nyesha Hamilton. Takes the ball to ground. Violet Harpy-Wise over it, looking to the right. To Titiaho, back into the workhorse. The Energizer Bunny. She just does not stop Leomi Kloppers. Titiaho again with a step inside. Back to Violet Harpy-Wise. Tackled by Caden Mawiki, who just hasn't given up all this afternoon. That number 10. She's been very impressive for Melville. They take the ball to ground again. Princess Elliott then over the ball. Out here to Anna Masters. Anna Masters, beautiful footwork there, taken in the tackle. Good work by Cheyenne Carpety, disrupting the ruck there. But Lee Jeffries says, no, I'm going to go back to the penalty. Talked a little bit about the coaches before, and we looked to the Melville coach, TK Mawiki, an outstanding rugby player himself. Played for the Waikato Sevens team back in the 2000s and also represented the Ngāti Porou, the great East Coast, the light blue jerseys. It's good to see TK Mawiki staying in the game and giving back to the game that he knows he loves best. But Missy there, another penalty. Nyesha Hamilton again, Elnay, what a good game she has had, this young lady as well, hasn't she? There's been some real impressive performances this afternoon by Hamilton Old Boys. But I don't think the backs are going to see this one. They're coming very close. There's been a few substitutes come on the field. There's been some big numbers there, but great work there. And I would imagine that was Rihanna Aspinall, because she is outstanding over the ball. The number 3, she just keeps on going. And Rihanna today has been one of Melville's best. I would imagine later on in the year I would be picking her to be wearing a red, yellow and black jersey again. Good kick there by number 10, Caden Mawiki. Another young lady who's been very impressive when ball in hand today and kicking, not just punting but also the drop kick as well. Started at number 10 but playing at fullback now. Ball comes out to the middle here. It's an impressive run by the Melville number 7. Takes the ball. Oh, good work. Oh no. And Vicky Rose Green, she only knows one way. She's attacking the line there. Vicky Rose Green. She's held up there. Held up just short of the line. They're looking to recycle now. Over the ball is Captain Leomi Kloppers. She has a crack at the line. Great tackle by number 1 for Melville there, Cheyenne Carpety. And that's a penalty. I don't think Cheyenne was rolling away there, but again, we talk about the front rows for Melville. Cheyenne Carpety and Rihanna Aspinall. They have not given up all afternoon, have they, Leomi Kloppers? They've really put in for their team, those 2 front rows for Melville.
They have got big engines on them too. Ball skills like we talked about before. So, yeah, good game of footy to watch, I reckon.
It has been. It's a very good crowd here on Collins Road at Melville Park. "24 minutes gone in the second half. Hamilton Old Boys lead this one by 46 points to 5. Women's rugby, not just the fastest growing rugby game in our country now, it's the fastest growing sport. And Waikato have one of the strongest competitions. And today there's many outstanding rugby union players playing. As one of the Melville players get carried from the field, which is always sad to see. Looks like it could be a leg injury. And that could be sent to Nikita. It would be very sad because she's been very, very impressive this afternoon. She's had a great game, Nikita. As I talked about earlier, outstanding on defence. Very good on her feet and scored that great intercept try early on in the game. Back to the game. Violet Harpy-Wise tapped it. Vicky Rose Green, backdoor to Kennedy Simon. Back to the ever impressive Princess Elliott, who waltzes over for her, I think, 3rd try today to take her team over the 50 point mark. And Hamilton Old Boys lead this one 51 points to 5. So as we talked about Nikita leaving the field, she's been impressive. I thought the number 11, Shay Daly, was very good today with ball in hand. A girl at a Hamilton Girls High School, played for the New Zealand Mary's under-18 team last year at the World Schools, and she was impressive with ball in hand today, was Shay Daly. So I just want to go back and talk a little bit about that the replacement hooker, and I'm not quite sure what number Daisy is wearing. Daisy French is wearing number 16. So she was working on a dairy farm and in the off season there up in the far north. She's arrived back in Hamilton here. She's come to New Zealand to better her rugby, and she played for the Exeter Chiefs in the English Women Premiership. And look to her to be, I think she'll be very, very busy in the last parts of this game. What position is she playing there, Elnay? Because I noticed Vicky Rose Green is still on the park. So they've put, Daisy has gone into hooker. Vicky Rose Green looks like she has gone to the side of the scrum, to number 6. 15 minutes to go in this one. Hamilton Old Boys lead 51 points to 5 on a beautiful autumn afternoon here in the mighty Tron in the Waikato. Violet Harpy puts the ball into the line out. She goes blind side to the right hand side to Princess Elliott, on to Anna Masters, and out wide there. Can't pick up the number there in the headgear. Replacement player. I might just ask Elnay Coppers who that is.
That is number 22, Soraya.
So Soraya, Elnay, a little bit of background about her.
She's a schoolgirl, one of the schoolgirls we have playing for us this year, and yeah, she is very fast. Very fast.
Out of Hamilton Girls High School?
Yeah.
The production line of Hamilton Girls High School still working for the Waikato and for our Waikato clubs. Naisha Hamilton taking the ball into the tackle. And Lee Jeffries says, Noisha Hamilton, you're not letting that ball go quick enough. Penalty for Melville. They take the ball and feed Rihanna Aspinall, who just keeps on going, this young lady. One of my favourite players in the Waikato Club rugby game. Unfortunately, she loses the ball, and Kennedy Simon, who has been ruthless. Great covering tackle by that ever impressive halfback for Melville there, Leela, making the cover tackle, but the old boys recycle the ball. Vicky Rose Green with ball in hand. She must become very close there. Violet Harpy-Wise on to Noisha Hamilton. The ball comes out to Princess Elliott, on to Anna Masters, and who do we have here, Elnay? Another one of the replacements?
Yep, we have Kira. She is also a schoolgirl.
So how old is she?
Younger than me, Fox, so pretty young.
Yeah, so again, another young lady straight out of high school. And there's been a lot of impressive young women's rugby players on show here at Collins Road this afternoon. Melville, one of the great clubs of Waikato Club Rugby, at their famous ground here on Collins Road. And how good it is, you can see, is with Joel Scalander on doing the camera work here this afternoon, and you look around the park, there's a good crowd gathering, and they will also get to take in the men's fixture following this one, the Prems game between Hatapu and Melville. So Soraya taking the shot at goal. So we just want a little bit of spotlight there. Just talking offline there to Elnay and Soraya, number 20, who's been very impressive since coming to the field. She's actually over here from the United States. From the USA, and she's over here. Her family has sent her here over here to improve her rugby. She was going to high school at Hamilton Girls High School, and she is an athlete, this young lady. Very, very quick over the 15 metres, and also, as you can see there, some good skills when it comes to her kicking ability. We're back live here. Melville with the kick-off, the ball into touch. 13 metres on the Hamilton Old Boys side of halfway. Daisy Finch, the English woman, to throw the ball to the line out. She's been very impressive since she's come on the field. She throws a very good dart, as I would call it. Very accurate at set piece, and I hope I don't put the mocker on her. She throws the ball into the line out here. And there she is, very impressive. Taken by Blackfern captain Kennedy Simon. Back to number 22, the pocket rocket, Violet Harpy-Wise. And it's penalty there. Rianne, number 5 for Melville. Been very impressed with her this afternoon. She has got around the paddock. She's been strong carrier with ball in hand. Hamilton Old Boys with a penalty as the ball gets kicked over the commentary box here. We have 10 minutes to go. Line out just in front of the commentary box. Daisy French to throw the ball into the line out. We look at that front row there for Melville. And I know I've talked a lot about them today, but Cheyenne Carpenter and Rihanna Aspinall, they just haven't stopped. Neither has number 6 Maddie Finch and captain Ashley Gabby Sutherland. They've just been outstanding here this afternoon at Collins Road. It's a little bit of a hold up here. The ball has been kicked into the paddock. Young ladies get a little bit of a rest. 30 minutes gone on this one. Hamilton Old Boys Huskies lead 56 points to 5. Rugby been played all around the Waikato today, down in Tokoroa, across in Morrinsville, over to Matamata, Club rugby alive and well in the Waikato, the game we all love. Waikato rugby, 93 club teams. Just superb. Daisy French, number 16. As I said, the Englishwoman out of the Exeter Chiefs there, and I'm not quite sure if that one was straight, but Lee Jeffries has a bit of a smile on her face and she's let that one go. Number 19 with ball in hand. Hitomi, the Japanese player, Elne, been out in New Zealand for a couple of years, has she? Came here for a short time, loved our country so much. Very busy player. She could probably play just as well at hooker. She's come on here and she's playing on the blind side flanker. Melville's ball in hand. Leila Eramir, that wonderful young lady as I talked about earlier. Fantastic ambassador for the game off the field. Very busy halfback. We've had some very good halfbacks on show today. Leila with a good pass to Adors. Backdoor ball to Kaden Mawiki, to Niu Malu, who has been impressive today with ball in hand. She takes a tackle. Lily Ramia to the workhorse and the busy Ashley Gabby Sutherland takes the ball. Adors again. To Rianne in the middle parts of the field, the ever impressive and busy number 5 for Melville, and she's had a great game today, but unfortunately she's penalised there for hanging on to the ball. Hamilton Old Boys with the penalty. Another player today who was impressive for the Hamilton Old Boys Huskies with number 14, Kalira Singh. She had a great game. She was busy. She had an eye for the gap and she was good on her feet. 7 minutes to go here at Collins Road. Daisy French throws the ball to the line out. Not straight, says Lee Jeffries. And how good is it to see Lee Jeffries, a stalwart when it comes to refereeing in the Waikato, and she's decided to put her mind back to it and look to try and referee at the highest level. And it's great to see her refereeing a club game here in the Waikato. Melville scrum. Lila Eramir with the ball. Elne Kloppers, probably time to start talking about a player of the match. There's been some outstanding performances today, hasn't there? No other than Liata Puni Leo. I thought she had a strong second half, and I thought Vicky Rose Green has been outstanding. The hooker now come flanker. Naisha Hamilton, the number 6, has been very good. Talking of Naisha Hamilton, she's ball in hand. Takes the tackle. And penalty. And for you, Elne Kloppers, who's been outstanding for you this afternoon?
I'll have to give it to Liata. She's in her first game back from a little bit of a niggle, bit of an injury, and yeah, she's really stepped up today for us.
If you look across to the Melville side, you can't look much further than the workhorse Ash Gabby Sutherland, can you?
No, you can't. She's been, on the money. She's been pretty good.
Ash Gabby Sutherland, and a great story, Ash Gabby Sutherland. If you look back to last year, she had her first child last January, and then 5 months later she was back representing Waikato, the famous red, yellow and black. So just an outstanding human being, Ash Gabby Sutherland. She works as a policewoman here in the Waikato, and she's just a quality person off the field and a stalwart of the Melville Rugby Club. So we come to the dying minutes of this game, 4 minutes to go. Violet Harpy Roy's the pocket rocket with ball in hand. She'll feed the scrum. Alia Cornea, the fullback, she's right behind the scrum here. And in front of me we have number 10, Tiaho. They're going to go to the open side with Kennedy Simon off the back to Violet Harpy Wise. Ashley Gabby Sutherland with the tackle. The ball's there. Alia Cornea plays halfback onto Princess Elliott, onto Anna Masters, another player who has been strong here this afternoon for the Hamilton Old Boys Huskies. Midway, 22 and halfway, Vicky Rose Green, and there's a penalty. And coming in from the side is a call from referee Lee Jeffries. Melville with the tap. The president and Rihanna Aspinall. And there is her fellow prop Cheyenne Carpety. And for me this afternoon, those two have been the best. They've been outstanding. They've kept on going for their team, and they've put in all afternoon. Number 22, Violet Rose with ball, Violet Harpy Royce, with ball in hand now for Hamilton Old Boys. Alia Konia with the ball in hand. Hitomi, the Japanese import, on to Noisha Hamilton, who has been one of Hamilton Old Boys Huskies' best as well. Bit messy there at the collision area. Lee Jeffries is saying no, we'll let the ball to be recycled. I thought there's a few bodies on the ground, but the ball's come loose, and Violet Harpy Wise has a little nibble around the short side. And Lee Jeffries says penalty. Quick ball, Leomi Kloppers, who just keeps on going, about her 100th carry today, takes the ball just in front of the Melville goalposts. Comes out here to number 17 with a strong run there, the replacement front rower. And who's over the ball there? Aros? No, hasn't. I thought Aharangi had won the penalty for his team, but Lee Jeffries says no. Ooh, Noisha Hamilton again. Another carry by this impressive number 6. Hamilton Old Boys look to switch play here. They're going to go back to the right to Violet Harpy Wise. Cut out pass to Kennedy Simon to Princess Elliott. Cut out pass out here to the little American import, and she has been very impressive since she's come on, this young lady. And she's been taken into touch. I think that is number 17 is Taz Gabby Sutherland going on. Former Waikato FPC player, sister to number 8 Ash Gabby Sutherland, and it's good to see Taz back in the game today. That is Tasman Gabby Sutherland, number 17 for Melville. And we're in the last minute of this game, and Melville get themselves a penalty, or was that a try down there in the corner? I think it's a try. It is, and that's scored by number 8 for the Huskies, Kennedy Simon, the Black Ferns captain, the winning World Cup Black Ferns captain. And how good has she been in the last 12 months? Not just for her country, but for the Chiefs Manawa, for the Waikato FPC team, and now for her club side, the Hamilton Huskies. A young lady who does not choose to have a rest. She wants to keep playing the game. And you've got to say full respect to number 8, Kennedy Simon. When you look around the country and you look at a lot of Black Ferns taking the opportunity to rest, but not Kennedy. She wants to just keep playing the game. And she's been outstanding today for her side. So Soraya, the American import, since she's come on, this young lady, she's really impressed me, and that's a strong kick too. And Lee Jeffries says, we've had enough here this afternoon here at Collins Road at Rugby Park. Hamilton Old Boys Huskies get the victory by 61 points to 5. An outstanding win for Hamilton Old Boys, but to Melville, they never gave up. They put in all afternoon for those famous red and green jerseys, and they will be proud of their effort. They never gave up. But the Hamilton Huskies just had too much class. A well-drilled team, by coaches Ruben Samuel and Dean Hirini, and they'll be very, very proud of that effort. Some great performances today for the Huskies. We talked a lot about the young lady Liata Puni Leo. I thought she would be the player of the match. She was outstanding for that first 65 minutes of the game. Beside her, Vicky Rose Green. What a future this young lady has. Just 21 years of age. Debuted this year for the Chiefs Manawa, and I believe that she will wear a black jersey one day. You look across to Melville, and we talk about the bookends, the front rowers, Cheyenne Carpety and Rihanna Aspinall. They just kept on going like wind-up dolls this afternoon. They're like Energizer batteries. They just never gave up. And number 8, Ash Gabby Sutherland, tough, uncompromising player. She epitomises everything about our game, and I thought she was outstanding as well. This is David Fox and Alnay Coppers signing off here from Collins Road. What's been another great afternoon of women's rugby in the Gallagher's Waikato Rugby Premiership. Now we look to the next game, what is going to be played between the Hatapu and the Melville Prems.